Okay, so I'm going to go through all of my the core action figures and accessories, and I'll do a little close up one by one to kind of talk through them and get a better look at them. As you can see, my helicopter got broken, but that's okay. Still looks cool, and we'll plan on getting another one at some point, hopefully in the near future. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so first we got Large Sarge. This guy's pretty cool. He has a handlebar mustache here. And let's see what else we got going on. Pistol on the side. I like this guy. This is all from the 2001 or 2003 Leonard the Core set. And I'm not very familiar with some of the names of the guns and everything. So if you guys can help me out, I'm excited to learn along the way. But that's Large Sarge. Let's see. This is Just In Case. As I've mentioned before, this was my favorite guy growing up. I just love that he had the mask on and love the coloring and everything. Also has a pistol, a little bit different setup as far as the gear goes of what they're wearing, and obviously a different head. But that's Just In Case. This is Hawk. I don't have a individual video on him yet, but plan to do that this week. Also has the same outfit, just different coloring as Just In Case, but different head and different coloring, so it doesn't bother me that much. Still very cool. Let's see what else we got. This is Firestorm. I just recently did a video on him with a couple different angles. Very cool. He has the same gear as Large Sarge. Pistol on the side. I like the blue, kind of cool looking as far as like nighttime. And I like the helmet. I usually have him on like exterior uh, gunners. He has a flashlight on his head too, which is pretty cool. Firestorm. Starting to get familiar with all these guys' names again. This is Rick Ranger. On my setups, I usually have him kind of calling the shots or overseeing some stuff. He's got two grenades here, a knife on his chest, a knife on his leg. Um, really good detail. I mean, I love how these guys' faces look. And I went to the mall with my son over the weekend, and the new core, I mean, they're kind of cool looking. They're just very futuristic. I don't love, but there was a few that look pretty cool that I plan on getting here pretty soon. I believe this is John Eagle. Uh, kind of a different setup. He has a walkie-talkie here and on his head. Has some rope with some carabiners. Also pistol on the side with a knife on the leg. Um, Also very cool. Love these guys. Let's see what else. I need to look up some of these guys' names. I forget, but this guy has the same gear as Rick Ranger, different face, obviously. Has some military paint on the face. Everything else pretty much the same. Knife on the leg. Very cool. I usually have him on a gunner too, just because he looks super intense. This is something O'Grady. I forget what his full name is too, but love that he has the helmet. I usually have him on more of like the sand looking gear, just because of the color that he is. Has the ammo across the chest. Maybe these are two smoke bombs. Y'all let me know. Camera on the helmet as well. Very cool. Got this guy. This is the same overall outfit as this one. Ammo over the chest with the smoke bombs. They did a good job with the coloring. I mean, they don't all look the same, even though some of them have like matching outfits because of the difference in color. He's pretty intense with his bandana. Do like that guy too. Then this guy's more suited to hit the water. I have another one, Shark, that my nephew broke the head off of, but he has like a hat, goggles, kind of more of this outfit, just kind of more extended, ready to actually hit the water. Um, Overall, very cool though. These are all that I have currently. Um, and plan on getting Shark and Strike, I believe is the other guy's name. But let's see here. These are the only guns that I have currently from the original. So yeah, and then this this rifle has a scope on the top too, which is pretty cool. Flashlight on the bottom here, plastic. It came with several others. I've just lost them over the years. These are 20 plus years old now, but happy still got that one. And then also have this gun too. It's from the original packaging, or that came with these guys. I usually have Firestorm hold this one, but I like that these guys are rubber too, rubber hands or whatever. They're not plastic like the earlier core figures, because I've broke a ton of their thumbs off just because there's no give when I put the weapons in their hands. So the new ones have like this material too, and I'll show some of those older core figures as well in a different video. But those are my figures. Here's some of the accessories. So we have a brick wall that's kind of been busted through. Definitely taken some artillery shells with a machine gun on top. Pretty sweet, and it's 1/18 scale, so it fits them perfectly. It came with them anyway. So got this crotch rocket, which is kind of random for military stuff, but they fit this okay. The older Leonard core actually fit better because they're a little bit smaller. These guys are pretty big on this. Doesn't look super great, but I still kind of mix that in from time to time. We got two dirt bikes, and there is again more that came with this. I just lost some of it over time, but this one's still in really good shape. And again, these fit my smaller core figures better than these guys, but this makes a little bit more sense, just the dirt bikes. If there's any terrain, as I'm setting these up, makes a little bit more sense on the dioramas than the crotch rocket. But those are pretty cool, especially this green one. I'm happy that this one's in really good shape. This one's missing the handlebar, but pretty sweet. Really love this dune buggy, or whatever it's called. There's a machine gun and two smaller guns on the sides, and then this right here is accessible for any one of these missile launchers. So what I can do is just pop this on the back here, and it's really accessible. That one's actually kind of big for any one of these guys to fit in, so I've got to turn it into the side. So I usually don't do that one, but all these pop off really easy and they look cool. So there's that one, and then let me see here. I got several of these too. So here's the stand, pops on the same way too. There's a ball that pops on right there. We can kind of move these around, which is pretty sweet. And then got this one too. Same thing, and all these are interchangeable, so that could go on that dune buggy too if we wanted. There's another missile launcher. Really good detail. This is the one I usually keep on this, just because it's smaller, so it doesn't affect the guy that's sitting in there. Pretty sweet. And then this final missile launcher too, which is pretty cool. I put that one on the dune buggy too. There's some cool detail there too, number 5. I like this stuff. And then finally, the battle helicopter that my son just recently tore off the propeller on accident. But this thing is so cool, And I looked on eBay and it's like $300. So it'll be a while before I can buy a new one. But this gets the propellers going. I mean, pretty awesome detail. Some machine guns there on the front end. And it's perfect, again, for those smaller Lenard cores, which, I mean, they're 1/18 scale, but they're just a little bit smaller than these guys I just showed you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working with this set. And I'll probably do another video with the other plastic guys. I have several of them. They're just a little bit more damaged, but still love them. So I'm learning as I go. I realize that these are kind of a knockoff from G.I. Joe. I didn't realize that before. Um, but that's pretty much what I'm working with. So I plan on getting more G.I. Joes. I know these aren't G.I. Joes, but just playing with all these things again. And now that I'm older, I can be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy some of this stuff and pretty much embrace the love that I once had for all these growing up. I was obsessed with this stuff. So yeah, there you have it. There's my guys, the accessories, all Lenard, the core. I'm going to end up getting Strike and Shark soon to finish out this series, and then plan on getting all the other Lenard ones too, and then start on basically the next brand. I'd love to eventually get 21st Century Toys, and just kind of start working through the brands until I can make a really cool diorama